welcome back to Sheffield. Obviously, we've just heard from a young crop of fighters that are going to progress to championship honours. Here we have another young crop of fighters that are ready to progress already to championship honours. Of course, Dalton Smith headlining this Saturday in his home city of Sheffield. Sandy Ryan in a must-win rematch against former two-weight world champion Erica Farias. And of course, Jordan Thompson, I believe one of the fast rising stars of the world cruiserweight division, in a very tough fight, in his first championship fight against Vasil Ducar on Saturday night. We're going to start with that fight. Vasil, welcome.
Welcome too. Thank you.
You are a very tough man. Chris Billam-Smith, great fight. Richard Riakporhe, great fight. You go the distance with these guys, and you're in with another fast rising British star and a big puncher on Saturday.
Yeah, I'm happy to be here, and I will say the boxing is my imagination. I wanna make a good fight, and when I jump in the ring and I see only my opponent, and I wanna show for everybody a good fight.
You're having to fight all these good fighters with very little experience in the professional game, but through that experience, you seem to be getting better as well. You know, as a young fighter, you've had to take these tough challenges, but they've improved you, they've given you more experience, you understand more about the game now, and I see the look in your eye to say that you feel confident this weekend.
Maybe, no with Chris Billam, maybe not in last fight, but one day one big victory for me coming, and maybe at Saturday, and I hope so. And I every day stay on my road and go step by step, and I still waiting for that.
Well, it's a pleasure to have you back on the card. Jordan Thompson, time to get real, I think, this Saturday. You know, you've had these opponents where you've been knocking them out in 1 round, 2 rounds. Perhaps this Saturday will be no different as well, but this time a real challenge in Vasil Ducar. We've seen him over on these shores before. Very tough, very game. Probably the perfect fight in your career at this time to tell us exactly where you are. You know where you are, but time to show the world where you are.
I think that's the thing. Like this guy, he brings a genuine threat. He's tough, he's durable, he's game. And I think other guys have come to see how long they can survive. I think and hope he's come to see if he can win. I think that's just going to bring the best out of me. And like you said, it's going to give me an opportunity to really showcase what I am truly about. And I can't wait to go out there and show the people that, have shown the love, support, really what Jordan Troublesome Thompson's about.
What you have been about is, as you say, artistic violence, those knockouts as well. Does that change when you step up the levels against opponents? We know you have dynamite in both hands. Everybody loves to see knockouts as well. Is that in the back of your mind, or as you step up these levels to championship fights as well, it's just about obviously securing the victory?
Yeah, I mean, listen, it's always about the win, but I do have that added pressure on myself. I do want to go out there and look special. We're in an entertainment business at the end of the day, but I do have to, again, be mindful. I can't go out there and force it, but at the same time, if the opportunity does come, I'll be taking it with both hands.
Obviously, this one, an IBF regional title, likely to put you in the top 15 in the world as well. But we can't ignore the domestic scene as well. Great fight with Chris Billam-Smith and Isaac Chamberlain. Dion Juma there around, other British champions as well, floating around the scene. Of course, Lawrence Okoli, the WBO world champion as well. So many huge fights out there with Brits as well. But this kind of opens up the scene for you to look at those fights, but big international fights as well. You must feel that after this one more championship fight in 2022, and if we get through those successfully, 2023 will be the year for Jordan Thompson.
No, 100%. I mean, listen, the cruiserweight division is thriving right now. It's got fights left, right, and centre. There's some great talent. There's some great strength in depth. But like we say and like we know, I've got one focus, and that's this man across this stage right now. And on Saturday night, we'll take care of business, and then we'll deal with the rest after that.
Well, thank you, Jordan. It's a fantastic championship fight. Jordan Thompson, so explosive, so entertaining against a tough Vasil Ducar on Saturday night. We go on to this fight, the WBC International Welterweight Championship. Such a good fight. We saw this fight first time around. Sandy Ryan stepped up after only a couple of fights against former two-weight world champion Erica Farias in what was a brilliant fight in Nottingham Arena. Close fight, Erica came out on top. Of course, Sandy Ryan said straight away, we want to do that again. Locked herself away in tremendous shape for already at this stage in her career, which I guess, being brutally honest, is a must-win rematch. We go to Erica first. Erica, hello. With your translator here as well. Just a brilliant fight last time out. We saw the emotion from you through the victory, and ready, excited for what you believe will be another victory for a title on Saturday.
Hola, un saludo, bienvenido en Inglaterra. Ya vimos con el acontecimiento de marzo sus emociones con la grande victoria y cómo veis desarrollar este acontecimiento sábado.
¿Qué tal? Muy buenas tardes para todos. Muy contenta de estar nuevamente en Inglaterra. Como bien dijo Eddie, fue una gran victoria y la verdad que cuando me dijeron para revancha con Sandy Ryan, vi una revancha innecesaria, porque claramente le gané con 3 jueces de locales y aún el referee descontándome un punto en el último round. Pero sí me sedujo mucho la idea de volver a pelear por un título y, como siempre digo y sostengo, que me entreno para títulos y así va a ser un gran espectáculo y me voy a ir nuevamente con la victoria argentina.
Well, yeah, thank you very much for the invitation, Eddie, much appreciated, and hello to everybody. I'm delighted to be back here in England. Yeah, it's going to be a big return. Obviously, having this rematch announced was essential. It had to be the case after the March showdown. Unfortunately, in that head-to-head, the referees deducted a point from me in the final round, which kind of skewed the result, in my opinion. It should have been a straight, not a split decision. But I'm very glad to be back here now competing for this title and hoping I'm going to put on a big show for everybody and take this title back to Argentina.
Thank you, Erica. Sandy, you look in tremendous shape. I saw a picture of you yesterday, just in a complete transformation, really, in terms of the shape that you came in for that first fight. You know, you did miss the weight first time around. This time you look absolutely spot on in every shape and form. A massive fight for you. It's so unusual to see this kind of pressure at such an early stage in your career, but we're here and you've dealt with it very well. It looks like to me you've virtually come off social media, you've locked yourself away in a tremendous camp, and you look like you've done everything you can to prepare perfectly for Saturday.
Yeah, I have. I'd want to thank you for making this rematch, because I wouldn't have wanted any other fight. And I'm just so ready for Saturday to put things right. My previous fights, you'll see, that wasn't me. Saturday night, this is the real Sandy Ryan.
How have you felt the pressures of the professional game? I was at the Commonwealth Games last night, and it was quite refreshing. Like, it was very nice. It was, you know, it was a real nice feeling around people about boxing. I guess that's not prize fighting. That's not fighting for money. That's fighting for the love of the sport. But that does change a lot when you enter the professional ranks. You get more criticism. You get more eyeballs. There is more pressure. It's more of a ruthless, cutthroat business. Have you found that in such an early transformation to the professional game?
Yeah, exactly what you said then. Like, the years I was on GB, it's like fun. You're going out, it's for fun, really. You turn pro and it's a business, and I realised that early on in my career, and now I've learned how to deal with it, and it's put me in a great position right now, where I am right now, and ahead of Saturday.
People talk about the style matchup in this fight. First fight, you were very aggressive. You just came out and traded up with Farias all the time. She's all action. She never changes. People talking about you're going to have to box smarter in this fight. Obviously, you're going to have to probably do a bit of both, but prepared with Clifton for absolutely all eventualities during this fight.
Yeah, as you said, me and Cliff, we've prepared for either way, because we know what she brings to the table. And yeah, you're going to see how much that I've respected her as a fighter, because how hard I've trained and the shape I've got in. You'll see that Saturday.
Well, tremendous, tremendous fight. Sandy Ryan against Erica Farias for the WBC International Light Welterweight Championship, as is this fight. Look, this is such a great fight city. We've come here dozens of times over the years. You know, many moons ago, Johnny Nelson, Nazim Hamed, and more recently, Kell Brook, Kid Galahad. But in my opinion, this could well be the next star not just of this city, not just of Britain, but of world boxing as well in Dalton Smith. Sold a huge amount of tickets. As I said, it's going to be a fantastic crowd in the arena on Saturday night, live on DAZN. Samo Mason here, looking to upset the apple cart. I guess I saw an interview with you yesterday that was a tremendous interview where you sort of said, no one's really given me a chance. This is the Dalton Smith show, but you look in tremendous shape. You've experienced the ups and downs of the professional game as well, and just a glint in your eye to say, I'm not here to roll over on Saturday night.
No, not at all. I've been at it a long time. I've always been in background, I've always been in shadows, and if I'm honest, I've not had it the best at all. I've always had to be away in people's hometowns and travelling to Spain and places like that when opportunities have come up. And I'm not one of them, you know, if opportunity comes up, I'm going to shy away from it. Any opportunity comes up, I'm taking it. I'm not in game to pick and choose and I'll go this way, I'll take this route and whatnot. It's just a case of, you know, and something like this, a British title fight, I didn't even ask who it was. I just saw it and I was just like, when, where's it happening? How long have I got to get ready? X, Y, and Z. Obviously saw it with Dalton Smith, and then it brings, you know, a lot of people don't know this, but when I left, I was at Ingle Gym for 12 years, and I left, and then I went to Grant's gym for around 2 weeks. I was training with a guy called Ian Grant, who were there. At that time, Grant did, he was only doing amateurs, and then I was just back and forth, I didn't know what we were going to do. And then I had a meeting with Ryan, and we've progressed from there, we've picked up belts, and we've done what we've done, but it's always, I've always had, basically, I've been in it a long time. So I'm at a stage now where this has come along and everything's perfect, everything's fitted well. And I just feel I'm here for a reason. I'm not here by chance. So I'm excited. I was saying yesterday in one of the interviews, I'm a fan of this fight myself. I'd love to sit and watch it, but obviously I can't at a minute. But I can't wait, and I'm looking forward to it. And I think it's just going to be one of them cracking fights that could be one of them that's possibly go down in history, to be honest.
It's funny because I remember, I think it's Ryan Rhodes used to message me all the time about you. You know, I think when you had 7, 8 fights and you were massively avoided domestically as well. There was no one that really wanted to fight. You could punch, you know, you were technically very good as well, and you were coming through the scene and no one really wanted to fight you. And in the end, you had to take those fights that probably, like you said, you know, before going out to Spain, that probably weren't the right choices for your career, but couldn't get the opportunity. And just a bit of a lesson as well to fighters taking chances, how things can turn round. On Saturday night, you're headlining in front of the world in Sheffield at the arena for the British title. It's an amazing turnaround of events for you, and you've hustled away at your career, and you deserve this opportunity.
Yeah, without a doubt. That's what I mean. I'm not here by chance. I've worked my arse off. And I always remember walking Kell Brook's British title to ring, and atmosphere were electric, and it was like buzzing from it. And I felt like I was fighting, even though I'm just there holding his belt. Got in ring, and I felt myself tunnel in, and you go into sort of fight zone or whatever you want to call it. But then it's just to now think, you know, I'm there, I'm headlining it with Dalton. We're going to be going through same atmosphere, same how it is. And there might be more people there for Dalton, there might not be, it might be mutual, but when it comes to that, again, I'm not bothered, because I went to Spain, I had him spitting in the streets and shouting stuff at me and all sorts, against the guy who had bloody 23, lost 1, knocked out 22. But again, it's all learning, and I've come through, I've been at it a long time, I've learned, you know, the game, and as I've gone through it, I've been through good spells, bad spells, waves, and the thing is, I've just kept consistent. There's something in me that I can't think, oh, fuck it, I've had enough, you know. So I'm just at it, I'm at it. I've been consistent. I'm 31 now. I've probably got 3-4 years left, and it's just been consistent, keeping at it, and pushing on and pushing on and pushing on.
Well, good luck. Huge moment for you on Saturday night. As for you, Dalton Smith, I guess the pressure's on you rather than Samo Mason, the underdog in this fight. We're here for you. You know, Sean O'Toole, STN, those guys said, look, we want Dalton Smith to headline the next gen in Sheffield. I didn't think we'd do as well. I didn't think you'd sell as many tickets or we'd have as many people in there. It's an incredible turnout for what could be the perfect foundation for regular headline fights in this city, but a very tough test against Sam on Saturday.
Of course, obviously, you know, but there's no easy fights at this stage in your career in boxing, but, you know, obviously, you know, I'm overwhelmed by the support and how it's sold, and it's going to be electric on Saturday night. But, you know, I'm at a stage in my career now where, you know, you can look at the people I've boxed. I've not boxed no gimmies. you know, since first fight camp. Every single fight's been a real contender, and you know, all I hear is, oh, you're in with Sam can punch this and punch. I've got more no more stoppages on my record than Sam, and you look at my opponents who I've fought, they've got more knockouts than Sam's previous opponents. So that, you know, that doesn't bother me. At the end of the day, it's just me and Sam in there. I've got that experience behind me, and on Saturday night, this is going to be like the homecoming for Dalton Smith, and you know, this is what's going to boost my career to the next level.
Talk about that belt there, because as a fight fan, like, that belt is so important. Obviously, it's a British Championship belt, but so important for British boxing. So important, in my opinion, for the development of young fighters. If we had the perfect route, it would always be British, Commonwealth, European, or Commonwealth, British, European, World Championship. But it's very difficult for very talented young prospects to get people to fight them for the British title. So great that Sam has accepted this challenge, but that belt is very important to win for a fighter, and becoming British champion in your home city on Saturday would be obviously the highlight of your career so far, but a very important box to tick.
Yeah, it's a big box to tick for me, because, you know, I've been a young fighter coming up, watching the past British greats. You know, Friday fight night used to be the British title used to be the main event, and you know, that's the journey I've seen. You know, British, Commonwealth, European, and so on. And you know, that's what I want to look back on my career, and I've won all those traditional belts. And yeah, you could say there's easier routes for me to take. I could go international routes, but you know, I want to do it the proper way. You know, I look at the division I'm in, and I'm in probably one of the toughest divisions in boxing right now. So you know, I want to do it right. I'm confident in my abilities. I know where I can go, and the British is one belt I'm picking up along the way.
Seems like a sort of old promotional trick to align a fighter to a football club, but a very successful one as well. And genuinely, your love for Sheffield Wednesday and their love for you as well. Yeah. It's been a tremendous tie-up. You've sold a huge amount of tickets, and it's going to be a special moment for you and the club to see you wearing those colours on Saturday and seeing the huge crowd in the arena.
Yeah, you know, this is what I've needed. You know, you see how the club's got behind me. You know, that's not being forced. That's because they wanted to do it. You know, they showed the love and support. But no, not only that, like the football clubs, the all-Sheffield are getting behind me now. You know, and I think the show's seen for itself. You know, nearly 5,000 is going to be in there. You know, the atmosphere is going to be hostile. And you know, this is what we dream of from being young kids. And I can't wait to be stood on that podium and soaking it all up. And you know, this is what we dream of, and these are why we work so hard for nights like this. So you know, there's no pressure on me, because I've wanted these nights since I was 5-6 years old.
Well, thank you, Dalton. A tremendous all-Sheffield clash for the British Light Welterweight Championship. Brilliant rematch, Sandy Ryan against Farias, and Jordan Thompson as well in his first championship fight against Vasil Ducar, as well as, of course, the tremendous young talent that we saw beneath that as well. We're going to have head-to-heads up here now, the weigh-in tomorrow, of course, and the big fight on Saturday night at Sheffield Arena, live and exclusive on DAZN all around the world. Do not miss it. Some of the best young talent, and a chance for this city to see a young man regularly headlining in the great city of Sheffield. Thank you very much for attending. Over to the guys. We'll have head-to-heads up here. Thank you.